What if I told you that your future isn't written in stone, but instead, it's like a book with many endings, and you get to choose which one becomes real? In this video, we'll explore Neville Goddard's timeless formula for changing your life through the power of your imagination. By the end, you'll know exactly how to step into your desired reality, not someday, but starting now. Let's begin. All changes take place in consciousness. The future, although prepared in every detail in advance, has several outcomes. At every moment of our lives, we have before us the choice of which of several futures we will choose. There are two actual outlooks on the world possessed by everyone: a natural focus and a spiritual focus. The ancient teachers called the one the carnal mind and the other the mind of Christ. We may differentiate them as ordinary waking consciousness, governed by our senses, and a controlled imagination, governed by desire. The habit of seeing only that which our senses permit renders us totally blind to what, otherwise, we could see. To cultivate the faculty of seeing the invisible, we should often deliberately disentangle our minds from the evidence of the senses and focus our attention on an invisible state, mentally feeling it and sensing it until it has all the distinctness of reality. Earnest, concentrated thought focused in a particular direction shuts out other sensations and causes them to disappear. We have only to concentrate on the state desired in order to see it. The habit of withdrawing attention from the region of sensation and concentrating it on the invisible develops our spiritual outlook and enables us to penetrate beyond the world of sense and to see that which is invisible. For the invisible things of Him from the creation of the world are clearly seen. Romans 1:20. This vision is completely independent of the natural faculties. Open it and quicken it. A little practice will convince us that we can, by controlling our imagination, reshape our future in harmony with our desire. Desire is the mainspring of action. We could not move a single finger unless we had a desire to move it. No matter what we do, we follow the desire which at the moment dominates our minds. When we break a habit, our desire to break it is greater than our desire to continue the habit. The desires which impel us to action are those which hold our attention. A desire is but an awareness of something we lack and need to make our life more enjoyable. Desires always have some personal gain in view. The greater the anticipated gain, the more intense is the desire. There is no absolutely unselfish desire. Where there is nothing to gain, there is no desire, and consequently, no action. The key to progress in life and to the fulfillment of dreams lies in ready obedience to its voice. Unhesitating obedience to its voice is an immediate assumption of the wish fulfilled. To desire a state is to have it. Man, by assuming the feeling of his wish fulfilled and then living and acting on this conviction, alters the future in harmony with his assumption. Assumptions awaken what they affirm. As soon as man assumes the feeling of his wish fulfilled, his fourth dimensional self finds ways for the attainment of this end, discovers methods for its realization. Experience in the imagination. What we would experience in the flesh were we to achieve our goal. This imaginary experience of the end with acceptance wills the means. The fourth dimensional self then constructs with its larger outlook the means necessary to realize the accepted end. The undisciplined mind finds it difficult to assume a state which is denied by the senses. But here's a technique that makes it easy to call things which are not seen as though they were. That is, to encounter an event before it occurs. People have a habit of slighting the importance of simple things, but this simple formula for changing the future was discovered after years of searching and experimenting. The first step in changing the future is desire. That is, define your objective, know definitely what you want. Secondly, construct an event which you believe you would encounter following the fulfillment of your desire. An event which implies fulfillment of your desire, something which will have the action of self-predominant. Thirdly, immobilize the physical body and induce a condition akin to sleep by imagining that you are sleepy. Lie on a bed or relax in a chair. Then, with eyelids closed and your attention focused on the action you intend to experience in imagination, mentally feel yourself right into the proposed action, imagining all the while that you are actually performing the action here and now. You must always participate in the imaginary action, not merely stand back and look on, but feel that you are actually performing the action so that the imaginary sensation is real to you. It is important always to remember that the proposed action must be one which follows the fulfillment of your desire. Also, you must feel yourself into the action until it has all the vividness and distinctness of reality. Experience has taught me to restrict the imaginary action, to condense the idea which is to be the object of our meditation into a single act, and to reenact it over and over again until it has the feeling of reality. A most effective way to embody a desire is to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled and then, in a relaxed and sleepy state, repeat over and over again like a lullaby any short phrase which implies fulfillment of your desire, such as, "Thank you, thank you, thank you," until the single sensation of thankfulness dominates the mind. Speak these words as though you addressed a higher power for having done it for you. If, however, we seek a conscious projection in a dimensionally larger world, then we must keep the action going right up until sleep ensues. Experience in imagination, with all the distinctness of reality, what would be experienced in the flesh were we to achieve our goal, and we shall in time meet it in the flesh as we met it in our imagination. Feed the mind with premises, that is, assertions presumed to be true because assumptions, though false, if persisted in until they have the feeling of reality, will harden into fact. To an assumption, all means which promote its realization are good. It influences the behavior of all by inspiring in all the movements, the actions, and the words which tend towards its fulfillment. Neville Goddard begins with a powerful truth. All changes take place in consciousness. This means nothing changes in your outer world unless it first changes in your inner world. Your reality is shaped not by chance, but by choice, the choices you make in your conscious awareness. Even though the future may appear set, Neville says there are multiple outcomes already prepared. At every moment, we are selecting from infinite possibilities through the focus of our thoughts and feelings. You are not a victim of circumstances, you are the creator of them. Every person operates from one of two viewpoints. The natural mind, which relies only on the senses, what can be seen, touched, or proven, and the spiritual mind, which is led by imagination and inner vision. The natural mind says, "I'll believe it when I see it." The spiritual mind says, "I'll see it because I believe it." To manifest what you desire, you must shift your focus away from what is and onto what could be. This is how you begin to see the invisible. Neville teaches that we must learn to withdraw our attention from the outer world and place it firmly on the inner reality we want to create. That means imagining your desired state until it feels just as real or more real than the world around you. It takes practice, but it's simple. Imagine the scene after your desire has come true. See it, feel it, hear the sounds, feel the textures, experience it fully. And most importantly, feel gratitude as if it's already done, because once you have your desire realized, you will feel grateful. The simple three-step formula. Here is Neville Goddard's step-by-step formula to manifest your desires. Step 1. Desire. Clearly define what you want. Be specific. If you're not sure, ask yourself, what would make me feel more fulfilled right now? What would make me feel good now? Felling is what you are seeking. Step 2. Construct the scene. Choose a short, vivid scene that would naturally happen after your desire is fulfilled. For example, shaking hands on a new deal, receiving a compliment, holding a key to your new home. Step 3. Enter the state. Relax your body. Close your eyes. Imagine the scene until it becomes emotionally real. Feel yourself in it, not just observing it. Repeat it like a lullaby, especially as you're drifting off to sleep. Use a phrase like, "Thank you, thank you, thank you," as if it's already yours. Why this works? This technique activates your fourth dimensional self, the higher aspect of you that isn't bound by time or logic. Once you impress this image into your consciousness, your higher self goes to work, orchestrating the people, places, and events necessary to bring your vision into form. You don't need to figure out the how. Your job is to remain faithful to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. The universe will handle the rest. Overcoming doubt. The greatest obstacle most people face is doubt. You look around and the senses scream, "It's not here yet." But when you look inside, faith whispers, "It's already done." Neville reminds us, assumptions, though false, if persisted in, will harden into fact. This means even if you don't yet believe it, persist in imagining it anyway. Let your assumption carry you. Soon the world will begin to reflect your new belief back to you. Final practice. Tonight, try this. Get relaxed. Lie down or sit comfortably. Choose one simple scene that implies your desire is fulfilled. Close your eyes and enter that scene. Imagine it, feel it, be there. Repeat a short phrase of gratitude until it lulls you to sleep. Keep doing this, night after night. You are planting seeds, and they will grow. You don't need to struggle to create your dream life. You only need to see it, feel it, and assume it is done. Everything changes when you realize your imagination is God in action. If you found this helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who's ready to manifest their dream life. Leave a comment below. What will you manifest next? If you have questions, comment below or send me an email. Until next time, imagine boldly, live consciously, and trust the unseen.